Welcome to Picks with the Professor, the sports betting show brought to you by a real statistics professor. We are here for Major League Baseball picks, September 11th, 2025. Shorter slate here on this Thursday. We got a couple of night games to cover, so plenty of time to watch these. Get your bets in. Yesterday, we split with our two picks on show. The other free pick on Patreon did hit. Unfortunately, I think that was about it. The rest of the day was not as great to us. So overall, if you are with us for all of these picks, and hopefully we could turn that around here today. Remember, just some quick reminders of who this show is geared for. We don't claim to know the future. We don't give hot takes here. We try not to, at least. Sometimes the model does, and then we kind of look at it sideways. But we try to keep things even keel here. We stick to the math. We stick to the probabilities, and we try to figure out how we can beat the books in terms of being smarter than them, finding good values, figuring out when they've zigged, how to zag, all sorts of things like that the model helps guide us to, mainly by not falling for those 7-leg parlays. I know those can be a lot of fun, but we try to make sure we do smart betting here. And so if that appeals to you, then you are in the right place. Here's how it works. Sideline's a player-based model, so every number reflects today's roster. Again, every day we talk about this. One game is random. We don't really know what's going to happen, but in the long run, we win. And it's because of the price and value that we constantly emphasize. There's no such thing as a lock in betting. And if you're interested in all this, you can get every A grade play, price, cutoffs, probabilities, breakdowns, metrics for every single game, and a ton of other great picks over there in other sports from other sharp bettors on Discord. You get all that in Patreon with the link in the show description. Quick recap here of historic seasons, those A grade sides, B grade sides. If you notice from yesterday, it took a little bit of a hit. Again, not a great day for us. But again, very large sample size there. And as I mentioned yesterday in the show, B grade slightly more profitable with regards to the raw units, but more B grade. So the overall ROI still stronger with the A grades playing out just like we would hope. Again, in the long run, unfortunately, one day at a time, you never really know exactly how it's going to play out. And hopefully we can get both of these here that we are about to cover. The first one is the Tigers and the Yankees. The Tigers are going to go with an opener here. Tyler Holton letting Sawyer Gibson long, we believe, be the long guy. I'm not sure I've even heard that as an official confirmed report at this point, but he is a guy who steps in and does tend to pitch more like 4 innings or so in these bullpen type games, and he hasn't pitched in a while. Whether it's actually him or the rest of the Tigers bullpen, it kind of grades out pretty similar here, where we think there's a decent edge on the Yankees. No disrespect to this Tigers team, who got a heck of a win yesterday in a tight game for a while that the Tigers just blew open, or maybe that was 2 nights ago. I can't remember. The Tigers keep getting it done, right? So no disrespect to them. Their offense is better than average. Their bullpen right now a little bit below average, according to Sideline, but right around the midpoint, but being used really well, obviously. The issue is, the Tigers have a couple of great starting pitchers, and then when they get to these deeper games, the back part of the rotation or the bullpen, the model's just not quite as kind to them there, and thinking that it's going to go well. Maybe like it's gone great all season for them, but maybe not a perfect spot for them here against a really good Yankees lineup, a Yankees lineup that has mostly been carrying them lately. The bullpen has been the biggest problem, and you can see that the model still believes in them. It's tough because we talk about recent form. I mentioned that yesterday, and the model does look at, recent performance and try to say, has someone figured something out? Or are we really sliding the wrong direction? And the Yankees bullpen has really struggled here in the last month. We backed them a few times, and they've either let us down, scared us, or, taken a tight game that they should be in and just completely let things fall apart. We have to remember, though, bullpen performances are extremely volatile. We look at it, usually takes 2 to 3 years of data on relievers to let some of these key metrics kind of even out, whereas that might take half a season for a starting pitcher, just based off the number of innings and opportunities that they get. And so as a collective, yes, the Yankees bullpen struggled. I don't think there's anything in the water, so there's nothing really that says, one guy's struggle should impact the next. And so they've all kind of individually, it seems like, struggled. Maybe a guy or two hasn't. But in general, we tend to say that we don't want to ignore that, but our best predictor with relievers is looking a little bit more big picture. And so that's kind of one of the reasons that the model still gives the the Yankees the bullpen advantage, even though you may look at it and say, right now, I don't trust the Yankees bullpen more than the Tigers. And I completely understand that opinion, that thought. We're just trying to stay grounded here in the numbers and say what we know works in the long run, that in the long run, it is a better predictor to trust the way the model has graded out these bullpens than just using our eyes over the last couple of weeks. And so I know that's tough to hear for a lot of people, but we know what predicts better on average in the long run. Doesn't mean it'll happen here today or even for the Yankees bullpen over the next week or two. It just means that in general, you're going to be more right than wrong with that opinion, that take of let's not overreact to recent bullpen performance too much. And so that's what we try to do here. We just try to be right more than we're wrong. We try to win more when we win than we lose when we lose. And that's one of the ways we do it, is by kind of following what has been proven statistically to be better predictors here. So all that to say, the other reason I like this pick is Cam Schlittler. Schlittler for the Yankees, a strong starting pitcher here, better than league average. And so when we've backed him a lot here, and I think part of the reason why is the market's still viewing him as young guy, unproven, right? Not a great starting pitcher. And the model's saying he's actually pretty strong here. That 3.24 ERA. I mean, probably not quite that good, but underlying metrics put him right around 4 in his 50 big league innings. And so, this season. And so when you look at that, when you look at his minor league numbers and everything, we have every reason to believe that, while he might not be as good as that 3.24, he is a very strong starting pitcher. And the models like backing him a lot here early on, really buying into him when the market has been a little bit more skeptical. Going to kind of go back to the well and see if we can get another win in a Cam Schlittler start. Fading this Tigers, bullpen, piecemeal, whatever we're calling it, kind of thing that they're going with. We're going to get the Yankees here at minus 150. That's an A grade, as you can see there on the screen. The model thinks the price should be minus 177. And the A grade threshold to get available for every single game over on Patreon for this game is minus 159. So anywhere in the minus 150s marks good value on the Yankees. Even in the minus 160s, I think we should still be playing them. Obviously, shop around to make sure you can find the best price. Royals and the Guardians will wrap us up. Kind of gave this one away here with the jersey and hat combo. We're going to go with the Royals slight dogs here at plus 115. Model says this should be a complete coin toss, 50-50 type game. Our A grade threshold for this one is plus 109. So anything in the plus 1 teens qualifies as an A grade, but plus odds are better, in my opinion. Makes a lot of sense for a coin toss game. Anytime you can get coin toss odds and take plus odds, you should do it. You go to the roulette wheel. If we took out the 0 and 00 and it was 50-50 and you could bet $10 to win 11 on anyone, I'd be sitting there all day doing it, right? They'd be giving away money in the long run. And so that's kind of our approach here. Is it truly a 50-50 game? Obviously, all models are wrong. Some models are useful. The market thinks that the Guardians should be favored. Even if they should, I don't think it should be to this extent. The models really liked Stephen Kolek and done really well backing him. Gets a 92 grade, that 3.88 ERA on the season, backed up by a 4.01 FIP. So, I mean, right in line with slightly better than average pitcher. And so there's no reason to think that he cannot continue to do that. It's when you look at the innings he had in San Diego, adjusting for the park factor there, very strong pitcher here, for a guy who long time ago, top prospect, had a lot of arm injuries, but maybe not quite living up to what people would hope for him, but very strong, very respectable starting pitcher here. Grades out as the 42nd best active pitcher in baseball, according to the model. And we're going to be going against Gavin Williams, who does have a 3.17 ERA, but I think this is where the value comes in. Yes, it's 151 innings. There are other metrics that paint a slightly different picture. The one that I like to use just in lieu of ERA, that's probably a better look, is FIP. 459 FIP. And again, I'm pulling from the notes section here that goes out to everyone on Patreon. So you can get all this stuff, everything I'm looking at here to talk about this stuff. With the honorable membership over on Patreon. For 59 FIP, not very good. Your league average ERA FIP right around 420 or so. And that's where the model projects him more in that 420-ish range, so right around league average. I think Gavin Williams is a very solid pitcher. I just don't think he's as good as that ERA. And so I think the market is viewing this as, the Guardians at home, better starting pitcher, they should be favorite. And I'm like, I don't think they've got the better starting pitching. I know they've got the better ERA in this situation, but again, we talked about in the last game, everything that is the best practice in terms of predicting what's going to happen here, to the best of our abilities. Again, knowing that humans are volatile, sports are volatile. says that the better pitcher is actually going to be here in the baby blue and not the navy blue. And so slight lean to the Royals there with the starting pitching. Bullpen Guardians used to be a strength for them. Now still better than average, but much closer to average. We'll call that a wash. Offensively, Cleveland struggled offensively for the better part of a decade here for the most part. And the Royals offense up and down. Last year was kind of all Bobby Witt. This year, still below average, but a lot closer to league average. And the model says the Royals, with the slightly better starting pitching and the better offense, again, overcomes that home foot advantage. 50-50 game at plus 115 is a strong A grade play, according to the model and according to me as well, whatever that's worth for you. Want to thank you for watching here. Again, another free pick for today available over on Patreon. You can sign up. You can just lurk if you want, but just sign up for the free membership there, if nothing else. Get you another free pick. You can support the show by joining the student section. $4.99 a month just helps keep the lights running. If you're interested, if you like the show, watch the show a lot, appreciate your support over there. And if you're a serious bettor, again, the honor roll gets you all sorts of great information from the model, all sorts of great picks. College football is out, of course. Hopefully you've already seen that show and know everywhere that we're looking for that. And of course, that Discord chat with some great WNBA picks, some great NFL picks, a lot of reasons to be looking at that honorable membership. Costs less than a surfboard. I decided I should just have some fun with this because I couldn't really come up with a lot of things that people thought would be funny, that's like cheaper than, the actual price of $19.99. And so then I just thought, I'm just going to change it up every once in a while and put something ridiculous in there. So it's cheaper than a surfboard. Why not sign up? I asked the AI for suggestions and it was really bad. The AI does a really good job sometimes with suggesting things. Unfortunately, not for this one. It was like, it's cheaper than that parlay that dude gave you on Twitter that lost in the first leg. And I'm like, this is not funny. Your humor is not catching on. So maybe one day the humor from the AI will catch up. So if nothing else right now, again, $19.99 a month for the honor roll, a ton of great benefits over there. You'll make it back in no time with all of the great picks and all of the great stuff that we provide. And if nothing else, have a lot of fun over on that Discord community. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow again. 2 days in a row for the show. Hopefully we can continue this. Again, while we don't know what's going to happen any one given day, what we always talk about here is as long as you got the right mindset and the right model, you can win more when you win than you lose when you lose. And that's how you make money in this business.